Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 6 of my Divinity Original Sin playthrough. So last time, it was a little bit of a longer episode, because we were on the main quest, and it was not a good stopping place, and so we were pushing through, baby, but we made good progress. We finally actually stormed Evelyn's lair, and we made her pay the iron price. Now, we actually died for the first time last episode as well. I believe we had 2 deaths last episode, so, you know, we repeatedly bit off more than we could chew. However, we are now feeling much more prepared for the events of the game, because we got lots of juicy experience in last episode, and now the whole squad is doing a lot better. Scarlet got another damaging ability that we bought at the beginning. Gloric got 2 new abilities. Whirlwind especially is very, very good, and we use those really a lot. Bear Daughter got a new one as well. She got Splintered Arrow, which has been really useful. And then Wolfgraf continues to be useful, but not, he's very useful in his way. He picks off enemies and he strikes at specific targets, whereas Gloric is kind of our frontliner. You know, he's the front line, he's the tank, he's the one that just charges in. Sorry, he's the one that just charges in, and obviously Scarlet is invaluable. You know, she's the reason we all do so well, because she has the main heal, she has good damaging, lots of support abilities, and yeah, she is a lot of our DPS is on with Scarlet, so no surprise there. But we did level up really well, where it looks like we're about halfway through level 7 for our main 2, and a hair over that, barely a hair over that for the other 2. So we're doing great. Our squad is doing fantastic. So yeah, we've been leveling real well, and we made Evelyn pay the price. And now, there we go. Sorry, trying to remember buttons. But yeah, and now we are looking into the next part of the main quest, which would be chasing down the Immaculates, which is going to be Leandra's followers, and so that is what we're doing now. Now, that is leaving this area through a forest entrance, which is, I believe, in the north, but we're not leaving there yet, obviously. We are now going to continue doing probably some side quests that are on this main part of the map here. We could hit the northern beach now, because now we are leveled enough, I imagine, to probably be able to do that. So we could hit the northern beach. Also, we could head over here to the little fire pit that we have been ignoring up until this point. There's also the spirits that are like the dead people that are over there that killed us last time. We might be leveled enough for that, but we'll probably make them wait a little bit longer. And then there's also this one, which is the Grove Shrine, which is over, which, you know, connects some stuff over here. And then there's this one, which is the Ruined Villa, which is another section of the map we actually haven't explored yet. So there's a number of things to do. I feel like the lava fields are going to be a really good place to start. And so that is the plan. And so we'll head that direction. But otherwise, I am always a little bit low-key tempted to go buy some more abilities. We're sitting on almost 9, we're approaching about 8,500 gold. So we could look at some abilities. I'm not against that. It would be nice to have, you know, the more the merrier. Mostly for Scarlet, because a lot of Scarlet's abilities are, you know, she's incredibly important, obviously. Actually, that one's just for Bear Daughter. We gotta go to this person. There's also the other lady that's in the inn.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
I just didn't want to talk about all that. Anyway, mostly looking at this stuff here. I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything that looks really, really good. Thunder Jump is not bad, but stunning them. Oh no, I think I was thinking of the teleportation one. Wind of Change is cool. It cures petrified, slowed, or stunned. In battle, that could be good. Getting petrified, especially, would be nice. Getting stunned would be good too, because if my, you know, that one actually would not be bad, because like if they hit me with an electric spell and stun our whole freaking team, that could be really nice. Shocking Touch. This is the one I think I was thinking of. Throw an item or character high up and drop it on the ground, dealing 59 to 72 crushing damage. I've had in some other playthroughs, I've had that one before, and I think I often use it to grab Gloric, I think, and throw him around. You know, my warrior character, whether it's Gloric or not, is you know, depends. I think sometimes I've also used it to like throw like a oil barrel or something. Sometimes I don't know. It's like, so it's okay. It's not terrible. I imagine it could lead up to some good combos. I already have that one. Is just a gain Constitution, Freezing Touch. Freezing Touch. Okay, that one could be a good. Shoots a Chilling Shard of Ice. Ice Shard is a little more tempting because we don't have a ranged ice ability, you know. So that one is really tempting. So we might grab Ice Shard, although it is 1,000 though. It is a freaking 1,000, which seems expensive. A lot of these other ones are much cheaper. Like Avatar of Frost, it's like practically free. It's only 158. We already have Rain, we already have Regeneration, and Slow Current. I'm tempted to grab Wind of Change because having a cure for Petrified but also stunned would be really convenient, especially in battle. If we get stunned and I need Gloric back in the action, you know. So I think we're gonna grab Wind of Change, and then let's go ahead and grab Ice Shard. I know it's 1,000, but this is what our money's for, so we're gonna go ahead and grab Ice Shard as well. Shoots a Chilling Shard of Ice that deals X amount of water damage, and there's a 100% chance to set Frozen for a turn as well. So worth it, I would say. Now I think we already sold everything. Nothing needs repaired. Lovely. Thank you, lady. All right, more abilities, the merrier. More abilities for everybody. I think these are blank. Yeah, those are blank. All right, now do we have the level to learn this stuff? Wind of Change. All right, we did have enough for that one, and do we have enough for Ice Shard? Yes. Scarlet has all the toys now, man. Now the question is, okay, we are out of room on this bar. I could remove Flee. I think we can. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Flee because I can set that on the next bar over. Let's go Skill and go ahead and put Ice Shard, please. There we go. And then the next one, this one we can get rid of because I just set that. Let's go to the end of this bar and then set Flee. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Super duper worth it. Another really good support ability and another damaging ability, which is what we care about the most, I would say. We'll just go to this one. Beautiful. Yeah, that was 100% worth it, I feel like. And then we can go and, you know, do some stuff out and about, and then after a while we might check the lady at the inn as well. We could check her and see if she
good look out there, Hunter.
had some good abilities.
Evil lurks beyond Siseal's ramparts.
Thanks, man. I'm not worried about it, though. I'm a professional. Alright, we're just gonna follow this road here.
This evil from my blood.
I guess I got too close. Just do this before it gets out of control. Okay, and do this. Guess I got a little too close to that poison. I thought I was far enough away, but maybe there was a little splat on the ground that I missed. Alright, keep going. Lower path. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably try and do a few things before we try and tackle the ghosts again. We're gonna wait till my abilities are ready. Okay. Oh, hey.
Source Hunter. I saw something in Siseal that has puzzled me for some time. Perhaps you might help me understand. Before I was caged by the Screech Woman, I met a man who asked me to spare a coin. I guessed he wanted something to trade for food or clothes. Yet he seemed no weaker than the other townsfolk. He was not sick or old. How can it be that he cannot hunt his own food? Why does he ask others to do this for him?
Okay, so here's our options. The laws of humanity are more complex than those of nature. From time to time, even the able find themselves in need of charity. Or, he who takes to begging will always live a poorer life than he who makes his own way. Your destitute beggar simply took to life's easiest path. I feel like you could pretty easily argue both sides of this, to be honest with you, because in real life, obviously, my opinion is you should be, I don't know, you know, real life, your opinion, again, because I'm kind of torn IRL, because I could easily see both sides of this. You know what I mean? Depending on where you're coming from. I lean towards being charitable, but I also don't give away money to people that beg in real life because I have other charitable places that I would trust to do that job better than I could. And there's a really good chance that they're going to turn around and spend that money on whatever it is that is, whatever it is their ailment is, whether it's drugs or alcohol or whatever, right? And so I don't give away actual cash. I mean, the biggest reason is I don't carry any. But I mean, even still, I don't believe in giving just money loose because I don't think it helps them at all. So I don't know. I'm torn. Now, in game, I feel like I'm less likely to be, I feel like I'm less likely to be like, we should help them out. Because in game, I'd be like, forget you, dude. I'm not giving you my gold. So I guess that will be, we'll go with my gut. Oh, she didn't read it. He who takes to begging will always live a poorer life than he who makes his own way. Your destitute beggar simply took to life's easiest path.
In Home Forest, we have no common good. One must hunt or one must starve. I cannot be sure our way is better than that of the beggar and the giver.
There you go. That was my advice, and I just had Glork agree with me. I was assuming they would read it, but they didn't. So nothing there, nothing there. Okay. There we go. Here comes an autosave. Wait for it. Okay. They're just far enough away that we can do a manual save here. Wait for it. Okay. I'm ready.
What a deluge!
Trust me, it's for everyone's good.
I'm overheating here.
Soaked to the skin.
There we go. Yeah, well, bring it on, pal. I got all kinds of options. Alright, let's see. So, Woolgraph. Well, first of all, winged feet, because there's fire on the ground everywhere, obviously. Then let's go ahead and go invisible. Then we'll start poking around the back and seeing what happens. Okay, and I guess we can try knocking you down. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Not enough action points. I mean, I could just charge him to get closer. Although I'd rather save it in case we get closer to other enemies over here. So maybe we'll wait. We're gonna have her wait too. It's only one guy for now. See what I mean? All right. It's this next fight that's gonna be a lot bigger. Scope. Weathered brass scope extends. What you perceive useful for sighting enemies from a distance. Alright, guess I'll take that.
Sigurd's beard was a fact.
I guess I'll have to grab everything and I'll have to divvy it up later. There we go. Okay. We'll go ahead and send this to Bear Daughter. We'll hold on to the scope, I suppose. Right. Let's just go just a minute. I'm mostly waiting for his stuff to recharge. He's the only one that used anything. It's such habit to go to look around, be like winged feet, invisible, things like that. When really, it's this next fight that has a whole bunch of guys in it, as you can tell from a distance already. So that's mostly what I'm waiting on, is just his stuff to recharge here. I don't know if the recharge counts. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if the recharge counts in battle. Like in battle, it might just start all my stuff fresh. I guess I don't know that for sure, but just trying to be safe. You know what I mean? Okay, we're ready. Let's go.
Give yourself. We will burn you.
Well, I guess we'll see, won't we? There, screaming guy. All right. So I feel like he should. Although if I'm worried if I stand here, I'm worried I'm gonna get shot. Because I'm worried he's gonna be a little too close and they're gonna shoot things at me, I feel like, and then he's gonna be taking blasts, you know what I mean? So I feel like really getting even more to one side or the other might even be a better plan. So I can't go around, right? And I don't have the movement. If I used hastened, I might have been able to make it farther. But maybe for now, let's try ducking around this corner. At least that way, we're not going to get wounded in case they lob a whole bunch of fireballs at my face. Let's go ahead and try this. Can I hit the barrel? Pity. Did not knock him down, but it hurt, so it could be worse. I guess Gloric will just have to try and take it, more or less. I'm ready. Alright, and then... They're not really... I don't know, how grouped up are they, though? Not really. Whoa, I almost skipped her turn. That would have been dumb. That's nice. We'll scoot up, but I think we'll save the rest. Although, actually, Rain would have been smart. Rain would have been intelligent, but that's alright. There we go. Here they come. It's fine. Well, now that they're all grouped up, now we're much more suited for whatever happens, you know? It's alright, Gloric. Don't worry about it.
You must suffer. You must burn.
Okay. Whirlwind. I can hit almost a whole bunch of them. I like that. You fools. Can I... Alright, so it doesn't look like you can hit him. Alright, we'll just save the rest of this. Alright, now casting this one. Beautiful. That was gorgeous. Alright. He doesn't really have the AP for enough for any of this, really. Alright, well, we'll just stealth around the back. Or on the side as much as we can. Alright. First of all, let's start with this. Okay. Let's see. Maybe let's go with this one. Alright, magic damage heals them. Now you know.
Abandon your flesh.
Ah, you fool.
Abandon your flesh.
I must
Ow.
douse these flames.
Surprised Gloric didn't get an attack of opportunity. Maybe there was some reason he was saved from that? I don't know. Ow. I think we'll go ahead and try and do this, I think. Good news is we got him. Bad news is we're on fire.
Baking like a cake.
Well done.
I cannot endure this fiery agony.
Pull it together, man. We got nothing we can do about that. We catch on fire if we attack them, so... I'm a little worried about doming some of my own people here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I could hit on both, but... Well, it doesn't really matter, right? Because I can't just shoot, you know. +2 due to Hydrosophanis, recommended 3. Oh, so you can learn it earlier, but it's going to be more expensive. Interesting, okay. I mean, I feel like it's a necessary ability, even so. I was about to say, I bet you're not going to heal with that, pal.
Feeling
Hey, there's an attack of opportunity. Neato. Alright.
Feeling hot under the collar.
Let's say, get over here, please. Family.
what a deluge.
Road. That's nice.
Baking like a cake.
There's nothing we can do about that, Gloric. Pull it together, boy. Alright. We are gonna heal. I'm just gonna try and get rid of some of this, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see here. Scoot up just like a extra foot, I guess. Okay. Scarlet needs it the worst, I think. Although, yeah, I mean, pretty much. Glor could use some as well, but he also has a lot more health than she does, I feel like.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
And he's a hell of a lot tankier. Which makes sense, he's the warrior, like, you know, there's no complaining on my front, it is an observation. It makes sense that he would have more health, he is the warrior. And she is the magic user. The in-the-back mage, you know what I mean? So, it makes total sense.
A stitch in time, eh, friends?
Absolutely, man, whatever that means. Yeah, his will be on cooldown His will be on cooldown forever. Woolgraf could use a topping off. Technically, Scarlet could too, but it's so tiny that I'm not sure it's even worth waiting for. So we'll just give it to Woolgraf. Alright. Beautiful. Let's go, people. Hi, guys. Winged feet. And then this time, hasten. Oh, that was Cloak and Dagger. Hang on a minute. Hasten, sorry. Okay. Beautiful. He's ready. Let's see here. Keep in mind we have winged feet, so he can run right across all this. It doesn't matter. No, I don't really want Gloric to get over there, so we'll just try and maybe knock him down. Aha, he did fall. Take that. I don't really want to get too close here, so maybe we'll just try and body block Scarlet as much as possible and call it good. That's some good damage. Oh, there's someone way in the back I didn't notice. This guy took it even though I wasn't even aiming for him. That's pretty funny.
Vengeance from the sky.
There's one.
The flames will cleanse your sin.
Alright. Woolgraf's gonna handle this guy. Okay. Ah, he fell anyway. We don't need any abilities here. I think we'll just shoot. Actually, Gloric can more handle that guy. Oh, she doesn't have the AP anyway, so. Okay, and then, well, that's gonna heal them, so I guess we'll have to use this. I'm a little worried that Woolgraf's gonna get some friendly fire here, but I guess we'll see. No friendly fire. Good. Oh, it probably means that like it drops ice there as well, but Woolgraf has the, you know, winged feet, so it doesn't matter. But I think it drops ice there, which, you know, obviously the worry there is you would slip if you stepped on it, right? So that's kind of the bit. Okay, don't worry about it, Woolgraf. We'll heal you.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
All right. Woolgraf. Yeah, that one was very one-sided.
Warm as dragon's breath.
I guess we could sell the crossbow, I suppose.
Toasty!
Ooh, regeneration. Sash, that's neat. And a Resurrect Scroll, let's go. Alright. So, what is this for? Combined, main, usable yarn. Okay, that's just a crafting thing. We can drop that. What's this for? We could sell that. Okay, now this goes to Bear Daughter. And can't identify those. They are above our level. Okay. Let's see. 34 plus movement and HP over 38 with no bonuses. So I think ours are better. Okay. Now this, but we can't use it, so we'll have to wait on that. Those, and then some boots with no bonuses, but they are 19. So if anyone's wearing boots that aren't special at all, oh, could be good for her. Assuming they are. Yeah, they are. There you go. There's a good increase for her. And I think there was a bow, but I think it was unidentified. Yeah. All right, we'll have to wait on the rest of that then. Okay, there's all of this group. Now, should we cut down? There's guys over there. There's also guys over here, though, I did see. Well, I think this is more of like a dead end, right? So I guess we'll go ahead and finish this guy. I am ready. Grab that, and that. Then, I suppose he should head in, because if he can walk across the fire with nothing bad happening, then that's the plan. And we'll use battering ram. Take that. I know he's already down, but, well, I don't know. I thought about hitting him just because we could not get lit on fire, but that was worth it. That guy didn't even know what hit him. Okay. Oh, there is two of them. Let's see. Let me use this instead. That wasn't terrible. That wasn't bad. Yeah, they are awfully tanky, though. He got stunned, though. That's neat. Alright. We are going to backstab the snot out of this guy. And then you are going to try and save Scarlet from lots of pain. We're focusing fire, if you can't tell.
In the rain, nobody can see you cry.
Oh, that's sad. Okay. I guess we'll save the rest of... Oh, actually, never mind. We have a damaging ability. Aha! You fool! Oh. There's more. Ooh, there's some big ones over here, too. That's fine. We can take them. Plus, we do have the abilities, so we can run if it gets really bad. Like, if we can't win, we can. We have escapists, so we can run away. But yeah, there is some big stuff over here, though. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about... Actually, never mind. I was about to say, I wasn't sure how I felt about having Wolgraff in front by himself, but he can help out Gloric and the family. It's 5 action points. That's a pity. Oh, well, that was a good try, Gloric. The twins by fire joined. Ooh. That sounds fancy. It's a good thing we have some like water and ice abilities, huh? Wait for it. I'm certain any minute it'll let someone else have a turn. There we go. I don't know why that happens. Every once in a while there'll just be this huge delay and, you know, just kind of is what it is. Good kill, Bear Daughter. Now the question is, do you want to use some of our other fancy stuff? I don't often use this stuff, but not gonna lie, it would be awfully wise right about now. Well, a little bit out of range here. I guess we could have her scoot up a little bit. She is a little bit down the hill. All right. I prefer to save it for the big boy. He is a fancy one, but really hitting anything might be wise. I don't know. I think I'd rather just wait and just use a regular shot now. And then just wait till they're closer. I almost think having Scarlet just wait, she can't even do anything, and shooting this is going to make it worse, so we'll just save her abilities. Wait till they're closer enough that we can take better advantage. Okay. We could teleport away. Oh, never mind.
Potent heat.
Get these guys out of our face for starters. Yikes. Okay. Now would probably be the time to try some shenaniganry, huh? You like that, huh? Okay. Well, I mean, it was a feel-good kind of moment, huh? I could give Gloric more damage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could give Gloric more damage. But I think I'd rather save her AP, though.
The flames will cleanse your sin.
Alright, now we are truly going to get the hell out of here. Yeah, we'll save the rest of his stuff. Okay. Is he the nearest one? Probably. Right. Something like this, maybe?
Let's dance.
Ooh, that was good. Alright, we'll save the rest of his stuff.
Potent heat.
So true. It's both piercing damage. Ooh, we almost killed his friendos. She doesn't have enough for anything else. I'd rather lower some DPS, but I can't see the other ones, so... Well, it was a good try. I guess we can use some healing. Gloric's not that hurt yet. I think maybe let's use this. Give him that. Alright, how we doing? Wow, he is full health. So much for being almost dead.
Freedom from my grasp is but a distant.
And now he's full health. Okay, that was a major pity. I love that they're all chasing Wolgraff down. I guess you can... Right. Apparently. We're going to get some attack of opportunity here, and I am a little nervous about that. But I also can't do anything about it. So it's like... I mean, I could stand and fight. Well. Don't super know what to do here. Because I don't have any more running abilities, and... Ah, he missed. Okay, now that we're far enough away, now we can try GTFOing. I guess we'll run this way, I guess? Catch me if you can, losers! Okay. Let's see. We could throw something this, but now they're mixed up in the rest of us now, so... I feel like just wailing on him at this point. Okay, that's less than ideal. Wow, they are still trying to chase... Just trying to chase him down. I can't... Scarlet can't help. Alright, hang on. Well, we can help. We just have to use some of our scrolls. Let's see. We can summon an undead warrior for some added oomph. Ooh, ice elemental. There was never a better time.
Power-piercing ice attack.
Okay. I feel like that'll help. Alright. Then we're gonna give this to Gloric.
Face them! Face them all!
Whiff. Okay. Wow, he can run a very long way. Okay, that's a bad idea, obviously. I guess now we can maybe run behind the Ice Elemental for some added... Okay, sorry, got a little too close to the that lava there because it killed Wolfgraf instantly. So that was neat. That was awesome. Loved that a whole bunch. If anyone ever asks, just tell them it was my favorite thing. So problem solved. Okay. Don't really know what to shoot at here. Let's see.
Time to dampen your enthusiasm!
Get it? Alright, Ice Blast. Well, that was juicy. We killed both of those little peons with that. Okay. Well, that was neato. I don't assume that'll work. I don't think you can't cripple this thing. It's kind of a monster. Yeah, he has enough for another one.
I'm burning!
Well, it is what it is, my guy.
Abandon your flesh!
Are they summoning these things? I feel like there's more and more every time I kill one. Alright, let's start with this.
Gods weep upon the earth.
Okay. She only has 3 AP and I can't move, so... Whiff, good thing. Okay, I need to focus on finishing off these little jerks, dude, that they somehow keep surviving. But I also feel like the big one is kind of a worry, to say the least. Let's see. Silver Arrow. Breaks armor and does piercing damage. That doesn't sound bad. Freezing sounds good, but I'm a little worried it's going to leave some ice trail and knock us all over. Well, I'm not that worried about it. Alright. There. Stay dead, you little jerks.
It's heating up.
Yeah, just keep wailing on him, buddy. He's almost dead.
You must suffer. You...
Alright. Maybe that's what that dragon thing over there is doing. Maybe it's summoning more. Maybe that's the meme. Let's see here. I mean, it felt pretty good.
Toasty!
Toasty. Get him, Gloric. Oh, he's out of AP. That was not amazing. Oh, okay. I was looking at everyone's health. I'm like, who's the one that almost died? Finish it. It's so close. But we're all out of AP. Oh, there we go. Scarlet. Yes, come on, baby.
What? Every time.
Okay. Bear Daughter's hurt. Lorik is too, but I'm more worried about her at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I think that thing in the distance is summoning things. Wow, good God, that hurt.
It's heating up.
I can't step on that thing. That's how I died last time. Alright, he fell over, so now maybe we'll be a little safer to I'm thinking trying and blitzing for this thing. Because I think that idol is summoning things. But I don't really want to just leave them. So I think
It's heating up.
alright, so there's another one, and he will get an attack of opportunity here, but I don't feel like we have a choice. Alright, he whiffed. We're good. Alright, she's on fire, and her health is lower than I would like. So maybe let's start there. Alright. Maybe we'll see if she can do something about whatever's going on with that idol in the distance. I guess we'll save the rest.
The flames will make you pure.
Warm as fresh apple pie.
Alright, yeah, just keep wailing on the big one. Now, can you, like, shoot that thing? Oh, you can. Wow, that didn't do shit. Alright. Righto. And I think it's 4 AP to shoot this crap? Yeah, alright.
I could do with a cold drink.
Alright, this is an ice shard, but it's not the best form of attack we have. I mean, it's like our only option. But the problem is it's going to drop ice, which means there's going to be people falling over. Which I don't love. I mean, I don't know, man. I can't really heal. I guess she could summon something, I suppose. Flip. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just sort of waiting on cooldowns, I guess.
Flames will
Ow.
make you pure.
Oh my god, dude. It's like summoning crap as fast as I can kill it.
7 power my blows.
Ooh, he almost killed that big one already.
The inferno devours me.
Alright, let's try... Alright, do I have any more ice arrows left? I do. Alright, hang on, we have to get closer. Okay. Ooh. That was a good one. Another. Okay. Let's do this. Let's start with this. Okay. I guess. I mean, the ice is gonna be so not good, and I can't use this because it heals people. Yeah, see, it does fire damage, so I can't use that, which means she can't really do anything. That's kind of the problem we're facing right now. Avatar of Storms, Thunder Jump, Invisible, Undead Warrior, and then obviously Fireball, but that would not be wise. Start spitting fireballs. Alright, I guess she's just holding position, I guess.
Flames will cleanse your
Ow.
sin.
Yeah, I feel like we might have to risk it, dude. Because I don't think our boy is killing him fast enough. I mean, he's doing a great job, but... Oh, that was almost enough.
Never rains, but it pours, eh?
Okay. Also does fire damage. Hell yeah. Thank you, Scarlet. Is he alive? Did I get him? Alright. I think we got him. Okay. Alright. Good lord, dude. So Scarlet is coming and Gloric will be following, so we'll just do what we can. Alright, so Gloric's gonna follow, but I'm not gonna have him ditch Scarlet because I don't trust anything. So Oh, can't believe I got Woolgraf killed just because I accidentally walked over the little corners where all the lava is. That's not ideal. Well, Gloric, I can't really get over there, so we'll just have him go over here, because then he can stand near these two, so that they can deal the damage and he can watch out. So unless this thing can revive some more enemies, which is what I'm keep preparing for, hopefully that'll help. Now, at the moment, just giving us some health is my #1 concern. Just so we feel a little less vulnerable. And then she doesn't have any more damage, so she can wait. Okay, and then we'll have him. Give himself some health there. Okay. Keep going. Maybe it only had a certain amount of, like, revives, you know, because it seems to not be doing a whole lot anymore. Here, eat this. Ooh, that was juicy. Yep. That's why I ran so far away, dude. That's why. I think we can still kill it before they stop us, though.
The flames will make you.
All right. He's like, I'll cover you. You guys finish the idol. There. Get on the ground, punk. Ooh, he felt that. And that. Yeah, these two are just shooting the idol. Keep shooting it.
I needed that.
Oh, look at that. Okay. They have reinforcements coming, but I think we can kill it before they get close enough.
You must burn clean.
Okay, whirlwind, please. You feel that, nerds? Finish this one, because he's trying to run past
The
us.
race is unbearable.
Okay, hang on a minute. Aha! Okay, I don't think Scarlet has anything for this. Yeah, I don't think Scarlet has anything for this, other than, I guess, this. Okay. I guess we'll hold position.
Now you will know the reach of my power.
Alright.
Your grave opens
Look
to
at that, dude.
welcome you.
I'm overheating here.
Deal with it, bear daughter. Nice miss. Okay. We don't have another damage ability on her, so guess we'll do that, and I guess we'll wait.
Feeling hot under the collar.
We'll get a little closer to them to stand guard. Alright, don't miss, please. Oh my lord.
Feeling
Oh
hot
my
under the
God.
collar.
Alright. Wow, that was a lot to take in. Right, well,
As good as a new penny.
guess
Feeling
we'll
hot under the collar.
go ahead and hop in here. Ooh. Okay. Right. I guess now we'll have to actually use one of the resurrection scrolls. And look who has returned. Look at that. Okie dokie. Well, that was quite the battle, huh? Give him some health. I missed. Oh, never mind. There, we're good. It still gave it to us. Alright. Okay. Let's see. You want to give it to him. Just because his life being that low makes me nervous. Alright, I guess we'll start with this little bone piles. Fancy helmet, wand, and a whole bunch of gold. Oh man, that was, well, that was intense, huh? There's a bone. Give that to yourself, I guess. Oh boy.
I needed that.
Alrighty.
As good as a new penny.
Still on cooldown. Alright, now the other thing I thought was Woolgraph had an ability. Can he learn that yet? Oh, he can. Precise Incision. Nice. New ability for him, too. Alright, they're all full. He's almost full. That was quite the battle, huh? That was quite the lengthy one. Yeah, it turns out that idol was resurrecting people. So, you know, as I was killing them, we were, in some ways, losing progress. Alright, I guess we could actually, check on this, huh? Yeah, it's just a water barrel, so... Wait for it. Shot herself. Neato. Okay, well, if you just want to go ahead and heal yourself first. Okay, now if you just want to shoot the barrel and not you. Alright. Oh, look at that. Water arrows.
Heard any good
Oops.
tales, my friend?
Sorry. Check the corpse. More water arrows. More water arrows. Wow, that would have been neato. Sovereign's Orm. I don't even know what that is, but sounds fancy. Alrighty. So, guess those two bear daughter. I'm willing to bet I can't, identify any of these. Boy. Let's make sure we give that a save. Because that was a lot. There was a lot going on there. Okay. What's all the way over here while we're just investigating? Well, there's lots of fire and something really big. So, we can take him. We just killed that last one. All right, winged feet. And invisible. Okay, and then just start heading over here, huh? Ah, he has friends. Okay. We'll go ahead and start with this. I feel like this is a good call. If we throw it behind, we can hit the big guy and a couple of his friends. Yeah, you like that? I don't want Glor getting close. We haven't had the opportunity to, you know. Huh. The second one didn't seem to do a whole lot, but that's alright. We still killed at least one of them that way. I guess we'll save the rest. Okay. That should hopefully make it a little safer to walk on. Ow. I don't think he's gonna have the AP. Yeah. That's alright. Ow. Take that. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. We just picked up like 1,000,000 water arrows.
This should douse your battle fervor.
Ugh, I'm dripping.
There's already ice everywhere, I feel like. You guys ready for this sweet move? Whiff. Oh, I was wondering what the heck happened. It was actually Wolgraff's reflection, funnily enough, is actually what finished the job. Because he's wearing that, I think it's a pendant or something.
Overheating here.
But he's wearing something that reflects damage as melee damage. It might be a ring. And having the 14 damage reflected was actually enough to finish him off. So that's pretty funny. Here, go ahead and top you off. Well, that was neat. Alright. Gotta must heal. I mean, it doesn't matter. We all need it. Guess I'll finish her off. And that's our boys. Gonna need more.
I feel better already.
Gonna need more time. Grab
On the mend.
That. I don't care about the iron ore. What the freak is happening? Whoa! What is happening? Was it just discovering that,
Warmest dragon's breath.
What the heck just happened?
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Hey, look at that. Anyway.
It's heating
Oh.
up.
Look at that. It's a stone.
Ho hum.
Combatant. Weird. Okay, hang on a minute. Cultist orders. Immaculates do not falter. I and through me, the conduit and the goddess herself, do task you with retrieving the Starstone rumored to be kept in the king's tomb below Sicile. Deliver it to Lady Antinbera immediately, and woe betide they who fail the goddess. Loic. Through blood her power flows, through blood her triumph grows. Interesting. Weird. Alright. That was a lot to take in. Before we investigate too much farther, we should make sure... Oh, right, we're all healed. Okay. There is more up here. We did discover the Silver Glen Road. Just to be safe.
Time to get your feet wet.
Alright, there we go.
I'm overheating here.
It's for the best, Gloric. Ooh. There's a big old troll over here, my guy. Alright.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Let's give this another save before we tangle with him. I should go back and replace our armor and stuff, but, you know, here we are. I don't know, man. He's raged, he's blessed, he's a lot going on. Ow. And I'm immediately crippled. Twice. 3 times. Alright, that was neato. Boy, that was cool. Well, Scarlet took a beating right out the door, so that's awesome. Okie dokie. Alright, you try and get behind him, please. Well, I don't know. That might not be bad. How do you like being crippled? Not that fun, is it? Oh, there. Hang on a minute. No, it does not cure crippling, which is a pity.
sweet relief.
Okay. I'm thinking we could do this and try and walk away. Because it might stun him. Ooh, yes. Now he's stunned. Beautiful. Now we can step away. As much as we can, anyway. Alright, he's still stunned, which is great. Ooh, that was spicy. There, kill it. Heyo. Alright, come here, family. Come here, fam. Alright, that was enough to level us all up. So, attributes first. Currently she's wearing that from gear and that from gear. Having more action points would not be a terrible plan. And how many action points you gain per turn. Let's see. Yeah, your starting in combat is also perception. Let's see here. Tempted to go perception because it would be critical chance is good and all that, but I'm thinking your start action points in combat especially, and even accuracy over shooting over long distances is not a terrible idea either, really. Maybe we'll go perception. All right, now I think we need the next spell here, so we can grab the next level of witchcraft. Sure, next level of witchcraft. Deal. Alright, and Gloric. So attribute, so Constitution would make a lot of sense, but I feel like, again, he already has this one, which is how many you gain per turn, but his starting action points, it'd be nice to have more, so I think we're gonna go with that. And then he needs another ability. His Men-at-Arms is maxed already. Giving him some saving throws could be good. I'm always about that. Okay, defense. So let's see. Going for bodybuilding is what we'll do next. Okay, and then Bear Daughter. It's kind of the same thing, really. I mean, across the board, I feel like I just need more action points. And then this one. So her bow is maxed out. Defense. We could give her some bodybuilding. She already has Expert Marksman. She has maxed out Lore Master as much as she can. I also tempted to give her, upgrade this, because they already give her a point in this, so I'm tempted to do the same thing. Just because. But going some saving throws, I feel like would be nice. Beautiful. Okay. Now he already has, he has a +1 from 8 and +2 from Light Stepper only for trap detection. So he's really, only at like 5, so I feel like let's give him some perception. And then so willpower could be good for him. He's maxed out Scoundrel already. Yeah, let's go ahead and give him a willpower save. Nice. All right. Now, do you think... Okay, technically progress.
The force of Maxos is within me.
All right, there goes the poison. Ah, there we go. Fun fact, I'm poisoned immediately. We all are. Huzzah. All right. Hang on a minute.
I feel better already.
Righto.
I needed that.
Okay.
On the mend.
We're just gonna try and clear this poison up so we can walk across this. Alright.
Stage of combat.
Alright. Lovely. Well, there's some more poison back there, but we don't have to walk across that one.
I've spotted something interesting.
Oh, really? I should have saved before I did this. Oh. Oh. Wow. Alright, well, that was neat. Don't worry about that. Alright, where the freak am I? Oh, it's like a top entrance to the church. Look at that. Neato. Alright, cool. So over there will be the ghosts. Alright. Wow, so that was neat. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to the North Gate. We have many things to identify. And yeah, lots of progress there. So, there's all blank. That needs to go to Gloric. Alright, before we even go through gear, we're gonna go ahead and get the other stuff identified as much as we can before we even bother. Yeah, that was a lot. A lot happened back there. Quite a bit. Yeah, a lot happened back there. Huge fight that we spent forever in, but you know, lots of good experience, and it leveled us up and stuff.
Well,
so,
what sort of arrows do you want?
all right,
Freezing,
identify
silver,
all of these, please.
poison? Get to the point.
Okay, now if you just want to also, while we're here, just repair everything.
Join the Scud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Beautiful.
Heavenly
Alright, thank
Harry,
you.
delicious dogfish. Yours.
Alright.
for a scrap of gold.
So we're gonna go ahead and get a little farther away from the square here so that we can actually look at everything without listening to them chatter away all the time, incessantly. Alright, so Scarlet first. We have obviously nothing crazy for her on that front. This is a strength and poison resistance. Obviously that'll go for probably Gloric. Okay, now this one is a poison resistance and HP. Poison resistance is good, of course, and HP is nice, but I feel like giving that to a frontliner makes more sense than anyone else. Those are just 15 boots with nothing special. Now, this one gives you Constitution, which is good, and poison resistance, which is also good. I feel like it's probably better. It's also valued a hell of a lot more. The Staff of Pergamon, and no one said anything, so I guess I'll go ahead and have her use the Staff of Pergamon, because, you know, it's fancy. Okay. Alright, well that was cool. So, next, our boy. This is better because it's immunity to blind and HP, so that's much better. This one, strength and HP. Sound's going all glitchy on me. If that keeps up, I'll plug into my TV. Out of habit, I plugged into my controller. Alright, so this is water resistance and HP. This one is strength and poison resistance, which I feel like is better. This one is fire and earth. I feel like fire and earth might not... I mean, because having HP is good, and I feel like it's probably better. Whereas this one... I mean, fire and earth sounds good, but I feel like strength and poison is better. So I think that's what we'll do. Okay, and then this one is poison and HP, so we'll give that to our boy. Makes total sense. Now this one is 9, but it has HP, so as soon as we have anything better, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, it's only 6 HP though, so it's like I feel like it might be the time to switch away. I think let's go ahead and finally do it. I think let's go ahead and switch away. So this one, you know, 40, 54, a host of other things. So this is a club. Clobbering time. So this club would be way better than that. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch that club for this, because that's better. We'll keep the sword, I think, because it's far better. There is that's her old staff. There's a bow we'll check. The wand we'll just sell. That's two-handed. Okay. Lovely. Now, Bear Daughter. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it just looks so derpy, dude. No, I just want to unequip this. Thank you. Okay, dexterity, and this is telekinesis and movement, which does not sound that incredible. We'll check Woolgraph before we give that to her. Lockpicking initiative. Yeah, her stuff is a lot better. Okay, so 33 and through 56. Wow, that's way better. Massive upgrade on her bow, which is also crackling with electricity, which is neat. Okay, that's neat. Now, Woolgraf. So he's wearing some rings. Alright. Yeah, so I feel like she could use that, I suppose. So I think that's better. Now, he's already wearing that, which I do like. I mean, really, that's not... I guess it's not awful, but I really do like his hood a lot more. Okay. Now this one, armor is 36. So we have a couple pieces of armor, which I forgot to look at. So this is 74. This is strength based, but his is a lot better. Now this one is dexterity armor, which means it'll be for either of these two. This one is 48. Initiative, HP, yeah, that's just way better. Alright, he can wear that then. Wow, look at him now. Fancy. Alright, and what about what she's wearing? So she's wearing 40. Dexterity base. So I think hers might be better. I don't know, though. Immunity to anything sounds good, though. Yeah, I feel like even though with the armor reduction, I feel like immunities have any kind is a good thing, so she can wear that. Alright, telekinesis and movement, we can sell. Okay. Lovely. Fantastic. Alright, lots of upgrades across the board. Now we can go ahead and sell a whole bunch of stuff. Now, go ahead and top off some health. There's been lots of health changes because of our gear, so...
I feel better already.
So we have some topping off to do. Alright. Hello, ma'am.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want?
I have things to sell.
Freezing?
Sell
Silver?
this, and that,
Poison?
this,
Get to the point.
And the old bow and the crossbow and the wand, the old helmet, the old armor, the robes. You're too broke to buy that from me. You can have that and have that ring. And something I was holding on to was just worth money. It wasn't that. Oh, there we go. I think it was this. The pearl. Yes. There we go. Thank you. Alright, now, let's go ahead and run over to the other person and sell at least that shield to her. Hola.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued
So
by ether.
that's-
Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll.
Thank Astarte! Alright, anyway. Oh, we have to give her to that. Or give her that, not get rid of that. Now, while we're already here, though, we can go ahead and tighten that up a little bit. Oh, sorry. This. I wanted to top off. I think it was... Yeah. Okay. Lovely. So, let's go ahead and run upstairs, and we're going to look at the shopkeeper that was up here that sold other kinds of spells, like witch stuff. That would be cool. So we're going to go talk to her, see what she has. Hello.
How gratifying to see you return.
Thank you.
You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Oh, stop it. Okay, you borrow action points from your next turn. You'll have less to spend during the next turn. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I like that. Become heir. Only take half of all physical damage dealt to you. My lord, dude. That's pretty crazy. Oh, that's for scoundrel. Oh, interesting. These are scoundrel. Interesting. Winged feet, which we already got. Venomous strike. Poison the target, dealing X amount of damage. This stuff is for Woolgraf. Trip. Knock down a target. Crushing damage. That could be good. Weaken a target. Inflict bleeding. Become one with shadows. Fast track. Okay. And what about the witch stuff? Destroy summon. Now that could be good because lots of enemies summon things. So that could be a good one. Oath of Desecration. I was just trying to find our gold. Very faintly beneath the... there, you can see we have almost 10 grand. So... we already have that. Rapture is charm a target, but what does charm do? Charm status temporarily turns a target's... Oh, it makes them fight for you. Oh. Okay, well that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I like that. Vampiric Touch, which we have. Malediction, which is a weaken, which could be good. Lower resistances, that could be useful as well. Drain willpower, also could be good. Decaying Touch, make a target decay so that it cannot be healed by magic or potions. It'll be damaged instead. Wow. Wow. So Decaying Touch. But it is a Decaying Touch, so it is very close range. Now, to be fair, many things target Scarlet, and she's often on the front line against her will. So that would not be bad because they couldn't be healed anymore, which could be really, really good. So that could be really good. Yeah, that is tempting. That is tempting. So it is for 2 turns, so, you know, when they're fairly low, you could hit them with that. Resistances, Malediction. I was just kind of curious. The Destroy Summon is really tempting. Many things summon stuff. Rapture is also tempting. Yeah, some of these are really tempting. Rapture and Destroy Summon. Decaying Touch is good. There is some tempting stuff in here. Yeah, Destroy Summon, Rapture, and Decaying Touch. There we go. This is what money's for. Alright, especially for Scarlet, because no offense to everyone else, but she is the most important. Destroy Summon, that's neato. We learned Rapture. Heyo. And Decaying Touch. Oh, it's so good, dude. Oops, hang on a minute. Look at that, man. Oh, she has a second bar. That's so good, though. Okay. That'll help. Alright. My goodness. A lot happened back there. Okay. Let's see here. So... oh, man. Yeah, a lot happened back there, but we did really good. We cleared a lot of the fireplace. We opened a teleporter up to the Silver Glen Road, which is great. So, yeah, we opened up all that, which is awesome. So now we either could teleport to the Grove and then work our way towards the Villa, or we could head over here to the North Beach, headed towards the Strange Cave. I think let's go ahead and maybe try that. Although we could try our hand at fighting the ghosts. We could see if we actually have the oomph to beat the ghost now. Heaven knows we have a lot more abilities and gear, and we're several levels higher, so... Alright. Give it a save, take a drink of water. Alright. There we go. See how well this goes. Hola!
That's it, kiddo. Explore as much as you can while you've got that youthful... How did you...
Now, we already talked to this guy, so
I certainly won't stop him from spending an eternity in this cemetery if he wishes.
Hang on.
Atonement should only be offered.
Hang on. Sorry, I was skipping too fast. I accidentally selected the wrong option. Anyway, of course, we already saw what they say, because we already clicked on the options there. So we're gonna ignore the dialogue this time. Because we've already seen it. We sat through it the first time and talked about it. This time, it's just about seeing if we can win the fight, is the goal here, so... we will see. I feel better about our abilities, though. We have several more options, several of which could be really good here. We'll see. Alright, here we go.
That's it, kiddo. How did you... Surely now you...
If he stays here, his past will haunt him forever. At the Hall of Echoes, he may find a way to make up for his terrible deeds.
I will skip the rest of it, but to be fair, I really like their voices.
Agreed. Ebenezer will not enjoy the judgment he faces, but crimes of such horrors demand penance.
Is that so?
Alright, here we go. So... winged feet. Okay. Then invisible. Also gonna move my earphones to my TV's plug-in. The audio's crackling and it's really starting to annoy, so... Okay, I feel like working our way around this way and then kind of headed over around the back towards the back of them is a pretty good plan. Wow. Yeah, we are so much more powerful than we were. See, Bear Daughter killed that one on her own. Wow. Yeah, we are much more powerful. Hang on, I gotta turn it down. It's a little louder in the actual speakers. Right. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot different. That's for sure. Yeah, I can't even reach him over there. Okay. Let's see here. Could try maybe right there, and then sing about a whirlwind. Hit all of them.
I unleash.
Okay, there's 3 more. Yeah, that was so much easier, dude. My lord. Here, just hit him with this.
Your very blood heals me.
Your very blood heals me. She just says it so cheery, dude.
Stand down before I put you down.
Take that. It was so easy, dude. Alright. We're all chilly, but ignore that. Oh. We can search the mausoleum.
Here lies repeating Liam. R.I.P. in peace.
Repeating Liam and it's R.I.P. in peace. Funny. Also, that voice that does the reading and stuff, I could have that voice talk to me all day long. Can I just say? Grabbing all of those. Can I just say what an amazing voice that is?
Here lies Sayadin,
Yeah, that one.
world-renowned fortune teller. Honestly, I had no idea.
Oh, it's so good, dude. I could listen to her talk forever. I don't think we have any lockpicks though. Yeah, we don't. We could try and break it open. Pew. Well, that was pretty good damage, I felt like. We could try some other abilities for variety.
Blitzbolt!
Well, you know. Swapping between them at least would save cooldown times, huh? Sure. Well, actually, that's gonna cause ice. Let's not get aggressive here. And this one. I don't know if this is gonna be worth it or not, but we don't ever have any lockpicks, dude. We haven't found any in a very long time. So you know. Okay. Oh, I think this one is still faster. Alright. Yay. Alright. Split the spell book. Some bows. Right. Was any of that actually worth anything? Fair daughter. Ugh. Identifying object failed because, obviously. Right. So, at least we managed to do that. I guess we'll run back to the square and get that other crap identified. And then we'll probably, maybe head to the North Beach, as it were. Or, it might not be called the North Beach, actually. But we'll I don't know, it might be. We'll head to the beach that we couldn't access before because of the level, so we'll head there afterwards. I'm feeling pretty powerful at this point. Lots of abilities and lots of other things, so. Hola.
Well, what sort of arrows
I know
do
you're
you
broke.
want?
Don't worry about it.
Freezing, silver,
repair that.
poison? Get to the point.
And identify those, please. Thank you. Okay, we're just gonna get a little ways away so we can look at this stuff in peace. Okay. So, first of all, there's a bow and boots. 20. Ooh, actually, we just committed for Gloric, so that's great. Giving him real boots with some fire and earth resistance, which is neato. So that's good. Now, the other one we picked up was a bow. Let's see about this. 40. I think hers is. Yeah, hers is a little bit better. Although this one's unbreakable, which is neat, but, you know. Okay, there we go. I mean, it was worth it already. We got Gloric some new boots. So that's nice. Anyway. Hey, I know, again, I know you're almost broke, but you have enough to buy this bow.
Freezing? Silver?
Hell no.
Poison?
Alright,
Get to the point.
you can buy that old crap there. Hey, fish vendor, I know you have money.
Don't scuttle away before
You
you've
wanna buy
tried
a
some
bow?
of the ocean's finest bounty. How many crab claws would you like?
Okay, lovely. Now, let's go ahead and go to the harbor. And then just slide up my inventory. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the log, though, because we did this one, the Preacher of Earthly Delights. We confronted Ebenezer about his past and tried to convince him to go to the Hall of Echoes to face judgment. He became enraged and fought us instead. So, no surprise there, but hey, he deserved it. He was a scumbag. Lovely, so we'll give it a save before we give this a shot, and we'll see if Sean Connery will let us through this gate. He probably will, but we'll see. Alright, I'm ready. Can I go through, Sean?
That orc would have literally broken Ninius's heart. Thank you for resolving the matter.
You're welcome, Sean. How about you?
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognize you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation?
Open the gate, please.
Certainly, though it's a shame we can't lend you our swords on your expedition.
Well, it's probably better for you guys that you don't. There's some bad juju on this other side. Nothing too crazy, but there is things that can kill you. So it's like, at the same time, it's probably for the best. Orc horn, I don't know what that would be for. Maybe a crafting thing.
The Sicilians retreated from this battle. But what about the orcs?
Either they've taken to the sea or set up an encampment in yonder caves. Keep your weapon at the ready.
Oh, Gloric, silly boy, my weapon's always at the ready. Oh, Ice Wall Scroll. Here, send that to Bear Daughter. Scarlet's already carrying 2, so, you know. Alright, there's lots of dead things over here. Go ahead and look at the map here. Okay, this one's over here. It's a dead end, so. Hi, creeper.
Oh, hello. What have we here? An adventurer, I judge, by the world-weary look of your weapon, and a noble by the wonderfully deep pockets clipped to your belt. What luck? What luck?
Really? What kind of wares do you have on hand?
Have a look by all means. You'll find every make and kind of impressive accessories, but you'll also find certain very rare relics too.
Really? Oh, she's a shopkeeper. Wow. Everything crazy? Adventurer Sword Base Kit. What is that? Oh, so it's maybe if you were like looking into crafting stuff. Interesting. Some staff, I suppose. There's a blank spell book. Lots of odds and ends, little bits and bobs. Weird. Alright, that's interesting. I don't think I have anything to sell, because I think I just went through all that. All that rigmarole. Alright. Well, hey, thanks.
You look like just the sort of self-starter to appreciate what I mean. Weapons, 4 of them, that the intrepid adventurer can improve and upgrade as he travels if he finds the right pieces. See them? See them? Judge for yourself.
Oh, so you can buy them, and if you find the pieces, it'll upgrade this sword. Otherwise, it's like whatever, not incredible, right? But if you find the pieces, you can upgrade it. And on the other side, who knows? So there is 4 of them. There is a bow, a staff, an axe, and a sword. So if you find the pieces, then you can upgrade them to be far better. Well, I mean, that's a little more tempting, because, like, if you just keep your eyes out for the pieces, or if you really care, you could probably Google it and find the pieces and then upgrade the snot out of them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a little more tempting, because, like, but do you have to have, like, crafting skill to put those together? Does it automatically equip it? I'm not sure, so that is fascinating,
Goodbye,
though.
good friend. Goodbye. That is, unless you fancy a glance at some of my wonderful goods.
Thank you, Charla. I'll leave you to it in all, but that's interesting, though, about those kits. That is interesting. Steel bar and some wool and a knockdown arrow that we'll give to Bear Daughter. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it is interesting. That's for sure. So yeah, this is all her stuff, I think, and I think it enough to not loot, not try and go through it. So I don't want to piss her off. So, because who knows? I might go back later and actually grab some of that stuff. All right, remember that guy. We're ignoring him for now. Although we could just go talk to him. I don't know. Fine, we'll talk to him. Give it a save now that we're all the way through. Yeah, we'll see about if we want to go back for some of those kits. I don't know if it's worth it, you know. Hey man, what's wrong? What's up, orc guy?
Away with your weapons! Away! Leave humble orc to mourn in peace.
What are you doing here?
I don't want to fight. I ain't after no fancy stone. I just want to bury these bodies the traditional way. It's the least I could do for my dear brother Oggy. Oh, it was such a dear lad he was. We wanted to see the world, but we saw next to nothing before he was called to serve the old mother in the afterlife.
What's the traditional way?
In our village? Oh, poor Oggy will never see her again. Tradition goes that a warrior should be buried with his best armor so he can defend himself in the afterlife. There weren't so many spoils after the battle, but I managed to give old Oggy the best set. A proud send-off for a proud soldier.
I mean, I'd rather not. Here's the thing, like, yeah, maybe the armor's good, but probably not one of a kind. You know what I mean? There's lots of armor. Like, I don't feel like our armor's lacking in any front, you know?
This orc is obviously bereft. We may risk missing out on that armor set, but we've got to leave him be.
You know, and plus, it's like, it's not the it's not the only armor set. It's like, you know how quickly we get armor in this game? Really freaking fast. Like, it doesn't matter.
Agreed. Robbing the dead is bad enough, but to do it while a mourner looks on is simply vile.
Don't think I didn't see that twinkle in your eye when I spoke of the armor, small bones. But I thank you for leaving my brother to rest in peace.
What stone do you mean?
Don't play dumb with me, small bones. You know as well as I that your little city here won't be rid of us orcs till my kind gets that fancy schmancy bloodstone you got in yonder cove.
Alright, that's fair. What are these totems?
In our hometown, we honour the dead by decorating their graves with whatever materials we have. In this case, it's wood. They look rather fetching, don't they? I'll keep you proud.
Well, I'll leave you to it, man. Good luck to you, my guy.
Accidentally disturb any graves.
We made a promise to an orc, after all.
It's true, you two.
Alright.
We decided to leave the orc and let him mourn his fallen brother. I'm a good
I've
person.
spotted something interesting.
I don't care what you spotted. Leave it alone, Scarlet. Leave it alone.
Something's wrong about this place. Easy now.
Yeah, here's the thing. I remember what's wrong about this place, so you might as well buckle up, Buster. Yeah, I think this is just a circle. Yeah. Right. I remember what's up with this place. There are landmines. Many.
Spotted something.
Our enemies have laid a trap.
Landmines.
Wargraf draws your attention and points out several inconspicuous little elevations in the sand. Hidden explosives?
Yes. Actually, I'm gonna have you lead. You're the one with all the perception. And the trap spotting. Alright, so it's gonna give me an autosave, which is great because, you know, this beach is littered with these freaking explosives. Now, it looks bad when all my friends run around and stuff, but they will not step on the landmines otherwise, so it looks bad, but fear not.
These footprints are enormous.
They sure are.
Watch out. Orcs that large think with their clubs, not their heads.
So true. Okay. We might be on the other side of it now. Or at least some of them, you know. There's probably not the last time we'll see them. Oh, there we go. Ooh, he's big. Oh, bring it. I don't care how big you are. I still don't care how big you are. Alright, we could use winged feet. I guess you never know. We also could go straight to invisible, but I feel like wing feet is one that's just always good, because in case they drop a surface, but otherwise it doesn't hit you, like Wolgraf would still be fine, you know? Because you never know what they're gonna do. At least this way, he's like untouchable. All right, we're gonna sneak around the side here. Although it occurs to me that dude's holding a crossbow, so he might Wolgraf might accidentally get shot, but we'll see. All right, Gloric, get in there. They're all carrying crossbows, so we have to close the gap a little bit. Now, okay, it's not enough to hit that guy, so might as well just give him the old wallop. Okay, and then this one. Yeah, they are a little bit out of range here, so let's scoot up a little bit. Ooh, they felt that. Alright, first things first. We're gonna do this so I can put myself out so she's not on fire. Okay. Lovely. Now we're gonna grab this. We're gonna shoot the big one. That little shaman's like, oh god! Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, he was gonna zap the water, which will stun everyone else, but Wolgraf's totally fine, even though his toes are touching the water. See, even his guys are stunned now.
Powerless to act.
Gloric got stunned and poisoned. That's neato. Try and make a run for it. All right, well, we know which one we're killing first. That's for damn sure. Shaman's gonna eat it. Okay. Take that. Okay. Let's see here. Aha! He's trying to make a run for it, filthy coward. Let's see here. Okay. Hey, you better heal, boy. You don't even know what's standing right beside you. Surprise! And he's dead. Didn't see that coming, did he?
Sweet relief.
Oh, the pain, boy. Alright, he's out of AP. Let's help him out, shall we? Dead. Oh my god, it zapped all the water, dude. Ooh. Yeah, her new bow is something else. Use Decaying Touch, but of course that's a very far away here. I think we'll just save the rest of our AP. Get him! Well, a little nervous about all that zapped water nearby. Take that! I know. That's the reason I was scared to go too close. Worse still that every time Bear Daughter shoots, the water lights up again. Alright, well, you know, it is what it is. Okay. We have to get closer. And even then, I'm not sure. There we go. We can give this to our boy.
Well grounded.
Now he's immune to electricity. He's just like, run, oh god.
Back on my feet.
Oh, now he can just charge across with reckless abandon. Wow, he actually has the AP for that. So much blood that he healed. Lovely. Okay. Heavy cleaver.
What's that gleam?
Grab all of the toys. Okay. Ooh, some arrows. A new Resurrect Scroll, which is great because it'll replace the one we spent earlier on Wolgraf. ammunition chest. Some arrows. Which is dandy. Fortify. Our actual orders. And chest.
Back on my feet.
Daggers. Oh, arrow shaft. We actually should grab those because Bear Daughter has a lot of arrowheads on her, so giving her some actual arrow shafts will make it so she could technically actually have the ability to actually craft some of that. Okay. All right. Well, that was profitable, no? All right. Let's go ahead and actually look at some of this. So, first of all, arrow. Bear Daughter. Bear Daughter. Bear Daughter. Same. So many arrows, all for her. Wow, he actually was able to identify that for a change. That's neato. Alright, orders. By order of the All-Mother, this regiment is strictly responsible for retrieving the Starstone from Syseal's Black Cove. Bring me the stone and I'll consider allowing you to keep yours. Huh, get it? Alright. Okay. Nice. Lovely. So, some new stuff. Some new toys. Alright, none of those are for her. Let's see here. New one of these. Our current one doesn't do anything, but this one offers air resistance and HP, which is good. That's nice. Some rings. Okay, and a new... Yeah, there's a new weapon there, but... Alright, Gloric. Nothing new there for you. Now this one. This is a... Alright, nothing specific, but it looks pretty low level. Far lower than what he's wearing. That one's lower too. Nothing new there. Same thing as he's wearing. Okay. Now what is this? This is like... There it's 44.75. Yeah, his has like so many other stuff with it. Like, no way, dude. Even this thing is better too. Yeah, so that dagger's probably bad, but... Okay. This one, she's wearing 36. This is 30, so it's worse, and that's strength, which you can't wear. Her thing doesn't do anything, and neither does the other one, but, you know. Nothing new there. We sell these ones. Okay. And for you, I'd be a little surprised if there's anything... Oh, actually, hang on a minute. A little more damage, but his one gives him HP and a chance to set diseased. Yeah, the bonuses on his are better. Although, this one is, I think this one is actually better than what he's using. Yeah, I think so. Hang on a minute. I think so, because his is 22 through 36, 3% chance. Ah, okay, so his increases the 3% chance of his critical, which is why it's better. So, yeah, I would say all of our stuff's better than that, but it's still worth it because we can sell it. Now, what was this book? Was it blank or... No, it was not. This is for Geomancer. Give yourself or another target magical armor. Ah, look at that. A new ability for Scarlet. Fancy. Fortify, so we can now bestow magical armor. Fancy. Alright. Go ahead and top off some health here. Nothing crazy. Alright, now the question is, what are the rest of you holding? Because I want to make sure
On the mend.
Scarlet has all the stuff, so when we're selling things, it's all correct.
Back on my feet again.
Ah, that's what I thought. I was about to say, I know I saw that helmet somewhere. Give that to Scarlet, please. Okay. Now, I think the only thing that way, I think, is actually just more of the landmines. I'm pretty sure. So, we are going to save it, and then we're going to possibly head into the cove. We're just going to make sure our time looks okay. Yeah, we got time. I would say. Probably. Maybe. We're doing it anyway. Let's go. Let's frickin' go, though. Now, is this the Black Cove, pray tell, or is this some other random cove? Waypoint discovered. Really? Yep, this is the official Black Cove. We have several missions that get wrapped up in here. Well, there's actually there's a lot going on in here.
Why don't I feel more relieved to see so many dead orcs?
Because whatever killed them could be around any corner. And we've no idea whether to expect a friend or foe.
Yeah, exactly. Because something had to have killed all these orcs, right? So that's why. It's because just because they're all dead doesn't mean it's a good thing. Barrel. Alright. I didn't mean to turn that off. Now, I don't remember quite. Oh, hang on.
Hang on to your socks. That's the biggest static cloud I've ever seen.
There's got to be a way to cover up the source.
There will. Relax. I don't have enough telekinesis to... Oops. No, no, no. Aww. Sorry. Accidentally attacked it. Alright, this time don't mess up because we don't have a lot of barrels. Heyo. Okay. Oh, arrow shafts. Hey, send those to Bear Daughter. Ooh. Empty grenade. The wand is good for selling. The grenade would be a crafting thing, which we don't care about.
Bloody claws. Huge claws. Cursed pirate. You'll never give up the stone.
Ah. Well, well. Into the dark. Okay, so now this was an older mission that we got a long time ago. Arhu told us that there are more orcs to be found on the western beach near the entrance of an ill-omened cave. It may be worth our while to investigate what these beasts are up to, and then now, in current time, we entered a strange cave that is apparently infested with malevolent energies. We should investigate it thoroughly. Yeah, there's actually a lot going on in this cave. There's lots of things that happen here. That was a big old lag spike. Ignore that. So these guys are wailing on each other. The undead pirates and the orcs.
I like to crack your sorry skulls like walnuts, though, innit?
In it. In it. He's just standing there like, what the frick do I do? Wait for it. It's one of those long wait times for no reason. Wait for it. Any minute now, it's going to be the skeleton's turn. After he goes, of course. There we go. I don't think the orcs are going to win this. If that one arrow was anything to go by. Oh yeah, see? I think the orcs are losing. I'll cut thee in twain. Plus they have necromancers. Right. Yeah, the orcs are losing badly, I would say. Well, well. Hey, look, I got the XP for that. I mean, because I'm technically in the fight. Yeah. We are going to help out because we are going to, we are going to help out because we want to get those skeletons killed because there are a lot of enemies on the field, so. And whoever wins, we have to fight the victor, so we might as well interfere while they're both fighting and kill anything that moves. Obviously. Right. I think we'll go ahead and get up here before we make our move. I think battering ram. Now what is this? Okay, it's a regular barrel, that's fine. Let's see. Hit the most possible things. Okay, let's just get up on top of the stairs so we can see. And then, good ricochet target. So many kills. So many kills. Alright, get a little higher. Let's see here. We have armor and the Decaying Touch, nothing close by. Okay, we will wait. Oh, please, I didn't do crap.
We'll
suck the marrow
Ooh,
from your bone.
felt that. Miss. Aha!
Come, Redskin, don't you long for sweet release?
Ready? Pew! Oh, that didn't feel... It barely hurt me, but man, does it not feel great. Either way. Alright, we know what we're going after. This guy is our target. Okay. Let's see.
The time of your
Gotta
death
take
is
that.
at hand.
Oh, that barrel was on top of a poison thing. Okay. So let's see. I think there was a guy way back here. Oh. That fire hurt more, but luckily we stepped through some blood, so we got some health back anyway. Let's see. Hey, that was pretty spicy. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and get a little closer. Because Wolgraff's eye technically is going to finish this guy, and we could help, but he doesn't need it. I don't really know who else to go for. Because I can't see the guy back there, so, you know. Sorry, Wolgraff. Oh, there we go. Hey, I'll even save the points to let you finish it. Oh, look at that. Look at him. Let's say, are you trying to steal my kill? What's the big idea, pal? Heyo. There's a kill for our boy. Alright, can you finish it, pray tell? I mean, we could break the wagon. Oh, frick. Alright, well, it's not quite what I meant to do.
The time of your death is at hand.
Heyo. Alright.
The
Form
orcs
up,
must have
family.
been after something quite valuable to have braved battle with the undead.
I'll say. Alright. So.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Absolutely. Okay. So. Firstly. Let's just see what's inside here. Oh, look at that. That's bear daughter. Alright, I need this. The bottom one, please. Thank you. Move. Right. Alright. Well, luckily the basket's pretty light, so it doesn't weigh a whole lot. There we go. Okay. Some gold. Alright, we'll have to just pick them all up. I was gonna try and send them in advance to, you know, delegate a little bit better, but that's alright. There's some robe and some bracers, but we are above this level, and I would be surprised if they were good. Freezing arrow, which is good. Okay. And some barrels. Silver arrowheads, and that's bear daughter. Alright. Lovely. Okay. Gloric, you need health. Nice. Yeah. As you might be able to tell, we are much higher level than the peons around us. So, they are pretty easy. Okay. Ooh. Bear daughter and Gloric. Okay. So, in this little cave here, there is two different paths. One of them is... I don't know which way we came here. Okay, one of them is going to lead, you know, down there, and then the other one, you know, there's two different quests in them. There we go. I was trying to figure out which way I came in. I think I came in from this way. So one of them goes down this whole rigmarole all the way to the end of this. And that's one. There's at least one quest somewhere over there. And then the other one goes down here, and there's maybe several down there as well. We'll go down this one because I think this one is shorter.
Hold!
Ultimately.
Our enemies have laid a trap.
Right. Okay. I think these ones are like they're always spawned in kind of traps, not like, you know, not like destroy the cloud because you can put it out kind of trap. So, you know.
A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it.
Yeah, relax. I know how to disarm it. I didn't mean to click on the trap. Potato. It's a healing item, as if you didn't assume that. Okay. Now. Okay, there is something spawned in there, so there is like a bottom to it, I mean. So let's move this as far down there as we can, because we gotta close this. There we go. That's easier. Keeping our eyes peeled for landmines, because boy, that would be unpleasant.
My gods! What is that abomination?
It's a sauce abomination.
A crab and a man love each other very much.
Oh, glory, too soon. Ew. Ooh, this thing hits a lot harder. Please stop, please stop, please stop. Oh my lord, dude. My god, okay, wow. That was something. Okay, Scarlet needs to GTFO like freaking yesterday. Get behind this thing. Right. Is there a stun I could do, perchance? Charming, explosive fire, static. Silver, poison, freezing. Stunning arrow. Could we stun this thing, please? Stun failed. Well, you know. Right. Hey, there we go. We knocked it over. Now Scarlet can definitely get away. Right. Back up, please. Now. Ooh, that could be good. Fortunately, I moved a little bit far away now, so. Yeah, here. Eat that. Decaying Touch. And then we'll shoot. Ready? And then backstab. Okay. Shoot it.
Ambushed by a skunk.
Right. Neato. That's not amazing, that's for sure. Right, okay. Let's see here. Deal immense damage to a summoned creature, but I don't know if it's summoned, though. I feel like he's gonna come after me.
Brace yourself.
So maybe we should try and withstand as much as we can. Okay. Okay, and then maybe let's go bleeding. Immune to bleeding. Well, you tried. We can try weakening the target. Weak failed. Yeah, well, we're doing our best here. Sorry. Oh, I expected the stun immediately to happen, so I was just bracing myself. I guess we'll just do a regular attack. Although we could heal myself as well. Just because if that thing comes after me, like, I don't think Scarlet's gonna survive. I mean, you know, normally. He's still stunned, that's nice. Alright, Bad news, guys. He's awake. Hey-oh. Alright, well that was scary. Yeah. That was a little scary. That dude almost KO'd Scarlet. That would have been annoying. Alright, send this to Bear Daughter. And that to Bear Daughter. Okay. Then we have some things to look at here. So we got a new staff, which is probably not as good. Yeah, ours is a lot other fancy stuff, so. And then this we give Scarlet, which is air and HP. The new one is earth and HP. We'll give that to Gloric because he's also front line. This one is crafting and bodybuilding. The crafting thing is not important. The bodybuilding could be good, so that's a good frontliner thing if we wanted. There's that robe, but ours has bonuses. These are plain, same thing we're wearing. Okay. What about make sure we have no kind of necklaces? Alright. Gloric. So he's wearing this, which is poison and HP, and that's a lot better. So we'll give this to Woolcraft then, which is bodybuilding, which is some more saving throws. His is better than those. Better than those, because it gets lockpicking. Right. Oh, right. This one. I was going to give this to you. Hey, look, he's wearing different colors now. It's quite the outfit. It's like a lot. The colors are all over the place, but, you know, it's very fancy looking, I guess. 17s. And then there's stuff there, but we didn't pick up anything that was related to his class. Okay. Well, there was some bonuses there. There was some good increases. Scarlet especially got some. Oh, actually, her health might be lower because of things she's fought recently. It occurs to me.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Right. So, I think we'll detach Woolgraph here. Lots of random things there. Alright, easy. Barrel. Anything? Send that to Gloric. I don't care about that. Or that. No, I feel like I remember at least one of these being a trap.
Woolgraph spotted a trap.
See? Alright, so that's explosive mine, baskets. Okay. I mean, we could try going in and just giving it a save. Okay. I guess we'll just go in, at least for this first one, maybe. Obviously giving it a save in case I blow us all up, but, you know. Alright.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Me too. Alright, so there's several mines in here. No one move, please. I can't relax if I'm worried about you guys putzing around. So there's the mine. We shouldn't have to move for that. That was horrifying. Makes me very happy when Scarlet starts pacing around. Alright, healing potion. Send that to Bear Daughter. Empty, empty, empty. Sack, 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 sack. Yeah, those are just like food stuff. Okay. Nothing insane. There's lots of random food here. And there's one there. Nothing there. Fascinating. Okay. Alright, fam. Let's go. Okay. There's one building down. I feel like I remember at least one of these genuinely being a trap. There's something up top there. Oh, actually, we can actually get to that. I think it was this one.
Our enemies have laid a trap.
Yeah, see? I was about to say, I think it was this one that was the trap. Tomato. Grenade. Doesn't work. Right. Okay. So. Alright, I think it's like probably a pressure plate, I imagine. So let's go ahead and back up here. And then. Whoops, sorry. Detach wool graph. We'll give it a save before we do anything. Save it. Yeah, I think it was this one that's the trap, I think. I think I almost always blow myself up with this one. So with winged feet, maybe we can, if we're immune to surfaces. Skull. The merchant in the apple tree. Got that and that and that. I don't care about that. Or that. There's a button.
I wonder what that did.
It's a great question. Okay. Oh, how about that? I looted it and I didn't even die. Okay. Let's go. I don't know what it did, but if we head to this lower area, maybe it opened something down there. Okay. Save it, please. Fascinating. I think I usually set that off. I think it's usually what happens there, so that's different.
The pirate's office? I would have expected to find something rather more exciting inside.
Oh.
With the way this place is rigged, I wouldn't speak so soon.
Yeah. It's true.
Stops to gaze at the painting on the wall and pensively scratches his chin.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. I mean, there is that lever there. Oh. Pirate's notes.
Striking it rich!
And Scarlet is excited. Okay. Pirate's notes, huh? Let's go to the wear sheep. Oh, there it is. Let's say, where the freak is it? As soon as that blasted dragon withers away, the treasure will be mine once more. Certainly, though, I fear that the bloodstone is having the same effect on those fire-breathing nuisances as it seems to have on the rest of us. If that's the case, they must be the size of whales by now. Strange, isn't it, that the very thing that made those riches so easy to plunder now makes them impossible to obtain? To ride the waves once more, me, magnificent, infused with the power of the bloodstone, made superhuman by its strength, how easily gold and jewels fall from the hands of the rich when faced with a ship full of us. Until the dragons die off or move, I'll keep to my hidden room. Even if a wanderer knew I were hiding beneath his very feet, only the most intrepid would figure out how to open the door. And if one dared to meet me, I'd welcome the opportunity to unleash my wrath upon a fresh soul. Right.
Ah, so that's what that did. I wonder what that did.
I probably opened the door so I can open it and whatnot. Oh, there's a key. And so a little bit of money. There's a trophy. There's some packages. Oh. You can just move those, which I don't care about. Basket. Oh, look at that. There's a hatch underneath all that, by the way. Fancy that. Well, well. Oops, sorry. I was trying to do this. You think I should go down this one, or should we finish what we were doing? Let's go ahead and give it a save, and I guess then we'll venture forward. One route at a time, I guess. I don't totally remember what's down this part of it. I know exactly what happens down the other two.
Careful now, that's a trap.
It sure is. Right. Right, okay. Everywhere I look, there's another explosive. You guys ready for this? Ready? Okay. And then the other one I wanted to set off. Really quick though, hang on a minute. Split. You guys stay here a minute. I just want to see. Do I have the key to this? No, okay. Because I picked up a key and I just wasn't sure. But if it's not, that's fine. Okay. Lovely. Now that that's all done. Alright, it is on fire, but it's not like actively taking damage or anything, so.
Spirits of water, show your strength.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles. Okay. Well, I already know we don't have any lockpicks. Ah, this chest is immortal. Righto. Okay. Well, guess it gets to live then.
Woolgraf signals you to be cautious.
Ah. Thank you. Good looking out, Woolgraf. Wow. This place is large. Okay. Not overly worried about these, to be honest with you. Yeah, see? So we'll just beat them the old-fashioned way. Maybe we should focus fire here. Yeah, take that. Not enough AP.
Needed that.
I mean, I don't think we did, but it was more just I wanted that, you know? 2 down. Salty water? I could pull Gloric back and fire like an electric thing to stun it if I wanted to. Alright, we could get closer. And do this. Immune to bleeding. Alright, well, we could go winged feet to make sure he doesn't get stunned if we start this electric thing. Otherwise, I think she'll help him out.
This is the end for you.
I don't even think we need to bother with the electric thing, to be honest with you. They are but very weak.
Speed!
That was a good one.
I strike.
Yeah. Sorry, Gloric, I got you, but it happened anyway. Really sorry about that. He's like, really? Ow. It's fine, it doesn't hurt, it's just, he just can't move. Don't worry, it's wearing off. Alright, he's fine. Alright. Well, this place is big. I mean, I vaguely remember parts of this, but I don't know. I mean, we were already on a journey. You know what I mean? So this feels like a mighty large side detour. Guess we'll just attack the old-fashioned way. And I guess we'll do this. See if we can finish it off.
Your grave opens to welcome you.
Get him a little closer. Ooh, there's some archers on the low ground, I just noticed. Let's see. Let's see here. Pop, 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 pop. Alright. Then we'll go for this.
The time of your death is at hand.
Beautiful. Wow, 2 misses in a row. What a scrub. Well, he absorbed 20 of that 28, so... Get it, Woldraff. Make sure we can finish one thing at a time here. Well done. Alright, then I guess we'll get a little closer.
As good as a new penny.
Yeah, feel that, Mr. Krabs? Oh, he actually did hit it. I just thought I was holding B because I immediately assumed he wouldn't have the AP. Right, so she's a little too far for that, so let's scoot down just a hair. He's like, run away! Let's see if we can play some catch-up, shall we? Get back here, you coward. Do you think you can run away? Alright, let's move a little bit down here. Oh, sad face. Get back here. Yeah, she can't reach that. Alright, let's get a little bit warmer.
Opens to welcome you.
Ho-ho! It's fine.
From drizzle to deluge.
No fuse for you, little dude. Goodbye. Hey, cute idea though. Trying to blow me up right as I got to the bottom. It was really adorable. Grab all the arrows. Arrows? Alright, hang on a minute. We're sending that to Bear Daughter. Ditto. Alright, so, into the dark. We found a mysterious hatch in what seems to have been an office of sorts. Now to find out where it leads. Yeah, there's a lot going on, to be sure.
Careful, I've spotted a trap.
Oh, really? Yeah, I saw that landmine over there. Oh, look at that. Okay. Just clear this up, shall we? Now, just to put out the fire.
What a deluge!
Alright. Ah. Okay, we entered a strange cove containing several levers. They must have some function, but there's only one way to find out. Pull the levers. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever! Alright, so yeah, so this thing is full of levers. They do many different things.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Good looking out. Alright, yeah, they do many different things. Now, it says Warren Switch. I don't feel like that necessarily means that it's a good one to hit, but, you know. What happens?
What the devil happened to my weapon?
Ha! Sad face. Right. Okay, well, that was fun.
Woldraff points out a nearby barrel and wags his finger. Perhaps you had better stay clear of it.
Yeah, so don't hit, don't pull, don't move that barrel. It's there for a reason. I'm willing to bet that one's there for a reason too. I feel like it's probably not going to be any one of these. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I feel like it was one that was real weird, but I don't remember if that's true or not.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Hang on. Just gonna grab those and those.
Demon's breath! I've been paralyzed.
Yes, well, it'll wear off eventually.
Ah, so that's what that did.
General Ray's doll? The freak was that? A doll representing an infamous general from the distant future. If you hold it, you feel an urge to pull levers. Cool. Regular switch. I believe it.
I wonder what that did.
Probably something bad.
Maybe nothing at all.
Now that'd simply be cruel.
Yeah, I mean, you know. But I feel like it wasn't one of the, like, really obvious switches, you know what I mean? I don't remember which one it was, which is the problem. But I feel like it wasn't anything that was, like, stupid obvious. Aha, look at this. I found one. Blood-stained switch.
Ah, so that's
Nailed
what
it.
that did.
Found. I was about to say, I thought it was something that wasn't super obvious. Beautiful. Alright, there we go. A path leading further down the cave was blocked by a giant stone head, but we've caused it to disappear. Now maybe this cove will finally reveal its secrets to us. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Beautiful. Alright, fantastic. Oh, so this is this side of it. Okay.
Ha ha! We meet again, the living and the dead. Welcome you are amongst us pirates, for we aim to revert those roles. Your blood will fuel the stone, and our flesh will return to our bodies. You shall die, so that we may live anew.
Oh, bring it on, nerd. I will frickin' crush you. I don't care how many crew you have. Bring it on, Pontius Pirate. Ow. Alright. Let's see here. Maybe go our usual strat. And maybe send him to the back and start seeing if he can pick off some guys in the rear. I like this plan. To the back. Okay. Oh, that was spicy. Now, can she get an explosive arrow really quick? Or like a fire arrow? There we go. No, it won't reach. I was hoping I could blow up that oil in the back. That would be nice. Alright. No such luck. Let's see. Oh, she had managed to hit that.
Ironclad
Dang
and
it.
fleet
I was
of
hoping I could
foot,
knock him over.
I'm invincible.
Okay. Let's see here.
Parasitic correct.
Thank you. Alright, she moves away, she's gonna get nailed. I feel like she's gonna get hit, right? So maybe the strategy here is to help her survive. Alright, that's fine. Still fine. I have answers for all those things. It's totally fine. I got answers for all that. It's mostly Pontius Pirate I'm worried about. It's his boss.
I must stop this hemorrhage.
Yeah, it's not great. Bad. Bad. Alright. She's still barely alive. Aha! Didn't see that coming, did you? Okay. So firstly, hit this. Oh, he's too far away. Alright, well. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. That'll help get rid of some of the DPS here.
Your grave opens to welcome you.
First thing, hit this to get the flames away.
Rainfall.
Okay, that'll help. Oh, the problem is... Okay, hang on a minute. Becoming invisible could help, though. Let's see. Let's see here. Frost, ice wall. We could hit this. I could use that to block him inside. Haha! I mean, I think he's supposed to be frozen though. Wasn't that the bit? Okay. That doesn't look good.
Without aid, I will expire soon.
Scarlet, deal with it for a second. Yeah, you're blocked inside the ice, idiot. I hope. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. So... Get it again. Yeah. Okay. Okay, can we fire like walk one step closer, please? I'd say he's frozen. There's nothing he can do. Okay, that'll help.
What a deluge!
Alright, gotta heal myself. Give her as much health as possible to try and survive this. Whiff. Alright, then he turned his back to me. What a moron. Okay. Infected. But does not cure, like, bleeding, which is what she has, or crippled. I don't think, right? Yeah, no, does not cure crippled. Neither does that. Alright. Alright, well now she can't hit any of that, so I guess we'll try and go around it a little bit. But she can't shoot now either, so... Okay. Then her go around. Here, this is for you. Yeah. You like that, nerd? Whiff. Oh, we can get close enough, I guess, but I think Scarlet will be able to kill him even if none of the rest of us can. Got him. We got stunned, of course, because, you know, bear daughter. Yeah, that went pretty scary, though, man. They were all going right for Scarlet. She almost died, that stupid big pirate. Yikes. Alright, grab this, and this, and this, and that. Quite scary. Alright, so we finished that one. So, we found the cause of this cove's haunting, an undead pirate captain named Pontius. Source magic kept him alive all these years, but we made short work of him and his crew. So there you go. Black Ominous Key, Pontius's key. Ooh. Interesting. Another arrow. Ooze barrel. Silent scroll.
Wargraf spotted a trap.
Yeah, there is a trap over there. I see the landmine. You're not wrong. Alright, let's go over here. Whoa! What the hell? My god. The chest, it's alive. And it hurts. I was just looking around. Okay, hang on a minute. Right. Okay. Get that chest. Oh my lord. Alright. I feel like just shooting it, really. There's only one enemy. Hey, you like that? You little dweeb? Whoa. Right, that was alarming. Alright. Gloric. Give you some health. I was just looking around.
Sweet relief.
Alright, let's go ahead and put this fire out so I can walk over here.
Into the fray once more.
Oh, I'm dripping.
Alright, hopefully that'll mean I can walk over here. Grab that. Just nothing good, nothing good. There's a piece of paper. Alright. Nothing crazy there. Oh my goodness. That was surprising. I was like, man, it's a freaking mimic from like Dark Souls. Alright. My goodness. What? What? Right. Oh, camera's freaking the freak out, dude. Well, it was a good try. Here. I can finish you off. Okay.
Stay in combat!
Alright, let's try something with a little more meat, shall we? Ah, alright then. Alright then, shows what the frick I know. Alright. Yo, Gloric.
On the mend.
Okay, how are we doing on health? Gloric has... He's now fully healed.
Bless the seven, I am restored.
Now, let's give this a save before we touch this pirate ship. Heaven knows there's enough bad juju floating around here. Heaven knows. Oh, this is gold. Ah, so it is. Okay. Well. Oh, hang on a minute. Doesn't Wolgraf have a trap disarm kit? Aha! Let's say, I think he had one. Oh, Lord. That was surprising. Okay. It's fine, we just put up some evasive maneuvers. Ah. Bloodstone. Use it to cure yourself of every ailment, including the rot. Really? Pontius's note. Scourge of the seas, bane of every foe, my precious bloodstone has mangled and mutated many creatures in this very cove. A testament to what awaits any who'd seek to lay their filthy fingers upon my treasure. Oh yes, well the Death Blaster would have been neat to use. Luckily, we managed to dodge it from shooting my allies. Anyway, we can go and run to the dead end over here, but then we'll head to the top of at least this part of the cove, and then we'll save it. I don't know what's over here, but it seems suspicious that there's anything over here. There, send that to you. I guess I'll grab that too. Alright, anyway. Oh, man. Quite the cave. Yeah, I actually forgot this section. I mean, I was aware that the pirate guy was down here, but like, I didn't realize he was in the hatch, you know what I mean? I was thinking of the other parts that are in this cave. But let's get to the top of this part of the cave, and then we will, yeah, then we'll give it a save. Haha. Spitting bars. All right. Oh man. That's one of the downsides about having your main person like mine, like Scarlet being our front person. Really, the safer thing would be if your main character was a warrior, because the problem with Scarlet leading is obviously she's in front, right? So with her being in front, people try to aim for her anyway. It's like everyone aiming for Wolgraf. When he's low on health, they're all like, get him! You know? You think this opens this chest? No. Oh, well. Anyway. But yeah. But if your main character was a warrior, like, or the other thing too is if I led with Gloric all the time on purpose, but, you know, I made Scarlet first, I picture her as, like, my main character, and I picture Gloric as the character I'm also happen to be controlling. You know what I mean? Anyway, but I think we probably needed to go down there because I think this is, yep, we needed to go down there to get the key to be able to go in here. So we needed to do that. But yeah, then next episode, I guess, we'll be going down here, grabbing all the stuff down there. There's a lot of traps, like with most of this place, and we'll deal with that. And then once we're done with that, then we'll head back to the fork in the road, which was over here, and then we will head all the way down there to deal with what's over there. So yeah, and I completely forgot the hatch thing was, I mean, I remembered the pirate didn't realize that there was like a third whole floor, basically. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give this a save, but it was fantastic progress today, and I am very happy with how everything turned out. But yeah, we made great progress. So I don't know when this episode's going up because, well, technically I suppose it's probably technically going up. Well, I don't know. The next scheduled time would be Monday, but really with the holiday weekend, this could be going up anytime. So really, who knows? Anyway, that is going to call it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.